Now, college football game night on News Watch 12, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome to another week of college football game night. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. I'm Peyton Manny.
And I'm Madison Marie. Week 7 of the college football season brought us some great games.
Yeah, and this is where we start to see the great teams separate from the good teams.
The SOU Raiders were back at home today with a chance to even out their overall and conference record. Yeah. Peyton, you were at Raider Stadium. Talk to me about it.
Oh man, it was so much fun. A Saturday at Raider Stadium, it doesn't get any better than that. The guys showed up to play and they sent Arizona Christian home.
They sure did.
With a tough loss. So let's get into those highlights.
Can't wait.
Raiders hosting Arizona Christian for the first time ever. We start in the first quarter. Raiders on offense. Blake Asciutto keeps this one for himself to the outside, cuts back in, diving in, touchdown. Raiders 7-0. SOU on top first. Arizona Christian gets a stop on defense, so that's going to bring out the punting team, but Colton Samus, fake punt. He runs it up the field for the Raiders' first down. How about it?
That sets up the Raiders' next touchdown. Asciutto with the handoff to Avery McQuaig from 13 yards out. He finds his way up the middle. The Firestorm can't wrap him up. He's in for 6, and the Raiders extend their lead to 14-0. How about a little bit of a touchdown celebration there? Just makes everything so much better.
Here it is right here. Love it.
Money shot, Peyton. Great job. Second quarter now, SOU back in scoring position, and if it's a rushing touchdown, you probably can guess who it's going to be, the one and only Avery McQuaig. He punches it up the middle. Arizona Christian has no answer for the Raiders offense. SOU extends their lead 21-0.
And another touchdown celly for McQuaig. This time, add your QB1 in. And still in the second, Firestorm on offense. Glenn Rice behind center takes too much time, and Braden Yee's all over that one. Sacked. And quite literally, the next play, Rice, have you learned nothing? If you don't get rid of it, the Raiders D is going to pounce. Another sack, courtesy of Adonis Jackson, coming off the edge out of nowhere, renaming Ashland to Sack City.
Raiders looking to extend their lead before half, and that's what they do. Asciutto, dart to the back of the end zone. Jeremiah Folstick is there for the catch, 28-0. SOU. And right before half, SOU puts a dagger in. A trick play. Asciutto handoff to Isaiah Halgo to Ben Rash, coming around Rash to the end zone. Asciutto is there for the reception. The Raiders exit the half with a dominating 35-0 lead. Here's Coach Brown after the first two.
We continue to start really fast on the offensive side of the ball. You know, our offensive staff does a great job of getting, our scripted plays is what we call them, and get those in, see what different fronts and coverages we're going to get, and we just kind of roll down the field early on. Now we got to continue to be better in the second half. Only scoring 7 in the second half on the offense isn't enough, but man, we can run the football right now. Avery continues to do his thing. You got Isaiah Hidalgo, who's a stud. Champ is sitting there, had his first back game from his injury today, so I'm really happy with how we started on offense. And defense continues to play lights out right now. Only giving up 7 is a big deal against an offense that runs an up-tempo offense like they are, so we're excited where we're at right now for sure.
Back from half, and right off the bat, the Raiders come out on fire. Rice looking for his man, but he throws it right to Seth Miller. Miller intercepts, finds the gaps. He's still on his feet, going. Firestorm give up trying to catch him. Miller with the first pick 6 of his college career, adding on another touchdown for his team, 42-0 SOU. Defense back on the field, and guess what? It's another sack. Gabe Thomas gets to Rice, wraps him up, and brings him down. Fired up after that one.
And a few minutes later, Arizona Christian gets their first touchdown of the day. Johnny Herrera on the keeper, takes it to the outside and runs it in for the touchdown. 42-7. SOU still with a no comeback score. Still in the third, Asciutto gets the snap, steps up in the pocket, rips this one deep into the secondary. His guy is there, Sawyer Cleveland, leading the defender in the dust. A 54-yarder, the wideout just walks right in.
That would be game at Raider Stadium, the final 49-7 SOU. The Raiders now 3-3 overall and 2-2 in conference play. Here's Coach Brown and some guys after the big win.
To put 2 in a row is awesome. It gives us some momentum going into a long road trip, right? And a very winnable game next week against Montana Northern group. You know, it was fighting, right? But they're just kind of struggling in some games. Have lost a game to Arizona Christian, so it's a game we feel comfortable going into. But still, another week to get us better. And I told the guys before the game today, the longer we play, the better we get. You know, it's new systems for these guys, new expectations, and it's taken now 6 weeks I think now, right? And I think we finally kind of hit a stride. Guys know what to expect out of their coordinators. Guys know what to expect out of me. So I think we're hitting our stride right at the right time.
I feel great. Obviously a win like that, it feels great to be a part of the team who obviously worked their butts off all week long, and it just feels great to come out on top. Just like you said, our motto this whole week was keep stacking days, stacking wins, and after last week and this week, we're just planning to keep on going, keep the ball rolling.
It feels great. After a bad week, coming back and having a great week, it feels great. I'm hoping to carry that forward next week. The next team is the next team. We gotta play our game. We can lose to them. We've seen them play really well against even these guys, play really well against a bunch of different guys in our conference. So I'm just going to try to take it like every other game.
And here's a look at that stat sheet from the Raiders' big game. Blake Asciutto earned Offensive Player of the Game, finishing 20 of 31 for 264 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Avery McQuaig wrapped up 94 yards on only 7 carries with 2 touchdowns. 11 different Raiders had a reception. Jeremiah Fulsick had 4 of them, including a touchdown.
Sawyer Cleveland picked up 78 yards and a touchdown. On defense, Seth Miller held the gold ball for his 63-yard pick 6.
And Gabe Thomas led the defense with 2 sacks. The Raiders are averaging 4.2 sacks per game, ranking 3rd in the NAIA. And looking ahead to next week, the Raiders are back on the road in Montana, taking on the Montana State Northern Lights.
SUU has a chance to keep the wins coming as Montana State is 0-4 in conference play. And with the win today, the Raiders are now in a great position heading into Game 7 with a chance at a 3-game win streak for the first time since 2019. And we're only getting things started. Stick around because coming up, we'll take a trip out to Seattle for the game of the day. You're watching College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
You take pride in doing things yourself. You use only the best materials and products, and always seek the best values and advice. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here. Surround your home and family with nothing but the best. Surround yourself with quality. Visit a Quality Fence showroom today or online at qualityfenceco.com.
Join Clamoya Casino for the annular eclipse in October, one of the premier locations for viewing the Ring of Fire eclipse. Celebrate the annular eclipse with Earn 10 Points, Get $10 free play October 12th to 14th, and win up to $1,000 cash October 13th and 14th. And your eclipse weekend with winning up to $500 cash on October 15th. On select Fridays, go batty with up to $1,000 cash. Only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
The pros know where to get the best deals on flooring for your home. They'll tell you No Frills Flooring, Southern Oregon's factory direct leader for waterproof plank, laminate, hardwood, carpet, and tile from the brands you trust. Rethink budget-friendly flooring with Cortec and Shaw. Go to nofrillsflooring.com/deals. Isn't it time you saved like a contractor? No Frills Flooring. Warehouse selection and factory direct savings for pros and you too. Medford and Grants Pass.
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with this great offer on the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, outstanding acceleration and handling with cargo, and a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get the Sidekick now for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months or save $500.
Central Equipment, providing quality and dependability for over 59 years.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back. Raiders done. So let's talk about that top 10 matchup in Washington today.
The number 8 Oregon Ducks at number 7 Washington Huskies. Probably the biggest game of the year for each team. Both teams undefeated heading into this matchup.
It was the first time in history of this matchup that both teams were ranked in the top 10. 2 Heisman candidates for quarterbacks, some tension with the boys up north. Only one team walked away with a 7-0 record. Ducks Huskies first half gear up. It's a back and forth battle. Washington on offense. Penix Jr. showing off that arm downfield to Rome Unze. He goes down on the Oregon 26 for the first down. And plays later, pockets collapsing, ball airborne, finds Gills Jackson right in the end zone, a dot. Huskies on the board first.
Later in the first, Bo Nix quickly hands it off to Bucky Irving. He chops it up the middle and into the end zone for the first Oregon touchdown of the day. Then Patrick Herbert hits the edge and goes to the house. 2-point conversion is good. 46 seconds left in the first. Penix Jr. lets this one rip and completes it to Jalen Polk in the corner of the end zone. Washington on top.
Starting off the second, Nix rolls out of the pocket again to Herbert in the end zone. What a catch. Have a day, Herbert. 2nd and 5, Dylan Johnson gets the handoff and hits the edge, diving into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. 3rd and 9, Nix on the run, picks up 2 yards, but they just can't make it work, so they'll settle for a field goal from 46 yards out. It's in.
Pressure coming, Penix Jr. on the run, and he's sacked. Brandon Dorless, it's about time, Ducks defense. Huskies trying to extend their lead before the half. Penix Jr. picked Jalil Florence back to the Ducks, so Oregon trying to make something happen. Nix on the run, finds his brother Tess Johnson, takes it to the Washington 10 for the first down.
5 seconds left, Nix looking, sends it up, and it's incomplete. That'll end the first half.
Into the second half we go. Huskies up 22-18, 3rd and 2 for Washington. Penix Jr. to the sidelines, finds Odunze. He holds on to it and falls into the end zone. Huskies extend their lead, but it won't be that way for long. Nix quickly finds Troy Franklin in the center field. He goes to Washington's 30 for the first down.
Moments later, Nix making that same connection. This time it's deep downfield to Franklin. And then the brotherly love gets Oregon the 2-point conversion, cuts Washington's lead to 3 into the 4th. Nix launches it right into the arms of Franklin for the 49-yard first down at the Washington 14.
So Jordan James will do the rest, pushing and shoving his way through the defense, steps into the mansion. 33-29 Oregon. Clock's ticking. Penix Jr. airs it out, connects with Polk for the first down, and they're at the 20. Next up, sure enough, a dot right into the hands of Odunze. Washington takes the lead with under 2 minutes.
So it's crunch time for the Ducks. 23 seconds. Nix finds Terrence Ferguson down the middle. First down, 2nd and 10, 4 seconds. Nix throws it to the sidelines. It all comes down to this. 43 yards out. It's no good.
The kicker.
Washington takes the dub, 36-33.
Oregon takes their first loss of the season.
We felt, that was an opportunity for us to, get a touchdown. And a touchdown changes the game. And obviously, we're probably not talking about if we get a touchdown. That being said, the one before half is one where you really could go back and say, let's take that field goal. And it's something I'm going to assess, go evaluate for me. And we checked to see if we liked the look. We liked the look before we ran the play. We had a timeout if we didn't like the look. We liked the look, and we just didn't execute.
Here's a look at overall stats from today's game. Overall, Washington threw for 337 yards, and Washington clocked in at 316.
The Ducks hit the ground with 204 yards and held Washington to 99.
Bo Nix finished 33 of 44 for 337 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bucky Irving had 22 carries for 127 yards and 1 touchdown. Troy Franklin with 8 catches for 154 yards and 1 touchdown.
Franklin has now gone over 100 receiving yards for the 3rd straight game and the 5th time this season. He's tied for the 2nd longest streak in Oregon history. Meanwhile, Brandon Dorless had 3 solo tackles and 1 big sack.
Jalil Florence snagging the only interception of the day. And Week 8 brings another Washington opponent for the Ducks. This time, it's the Cougars of Washington State.
Last season, Oregon snuck by the Cougs with just 3 points with a final of 44-41 with a hostile Pullman crowd. This time, the Ducks are at home and ready to roll.
Kickoff is set for 12:30 p.m. right here on Newswatch 12.
And while the Ducks had a big day, so did the Beavers. Oregon State, UCLA. We'll take you through that matchup. Stick around. You're watching College Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
We love this valley, and there's no place else we'd rather be. It's not just the quality of life, but the quality of people that make this area special. This community is just as much a part of us as we're a part of it, and the people here feel like family. When sharing is at the heart of what you do, this sort of relationship comes naturally. Working together as one is what makes our company and our community thrive. Come grow with us.
Oh. Well, I guess no carpooling tomorrow. I guess not. What the? Need a ride? How'd you do this? I'll show you. But I have no credit.
That's the great thing about Soul Savers. They don't just look at your credit reports, they look at you as a person. That's why they can put you in a car for as low as $200 down.
Join us at Sam's Jewelers as we celebrate our 5-year anniversary. Belova and Seiko watches are 30% off. Alpina and Caravel watches are an astonishing 40% off. All jewelry store-wide up to 50% off. Get your holiday shopping done early, all at unbeatable prices. Every in-store purchase qualifies you for a chance to win a free cruise. Come to Sam's Jewelers in the Rogue Valley Mall for the 5-year anniversary sale, now through December 24th.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. Gotta be protected, gotta be dry. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working. Weekend cabin, it's looking good.
Wherever you go, a Ford F-150 is the key to survival. Get a great deal on one today, only at your local Ford dealer.
Nails, lumber, hot tub.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Welcome back. We got you up to speed on the Raiders and the Ducks, and now it's time for the Beavers.
The Beavs kicked off at 5 p.m. hosting the UCLA Bruins, a top 25 matchup at Research Stadium. The first time in over 20 years that both teams face off while both ranked.
Oregon State head coach Jonathan Smith said earlier this week the Bruins defense would be anything but easy. However, the Beavers offense is starting to gel, and DJ Uiagalelei needed to have another strong game to come out with the win.
15 versus 18 Bruins Beavs starting in the first. Dante Moore under center rolls out and he throws, but Arnold is there, the pick, and takes it to the UCLA 35. What a way to start this game. Beavs now settling for 3 from 36 yards out. It's good, unlike that Oregon game.
And once again, late in the first, from 43 yards out, puts the Beavers up by 6. UCLA on offense, Moore gets it out of his hands before he's hit, and it falls into the hands of Andrew Chatfield for another Beaver interception. He takes it to the UCLA 36. Clock's winding down on the first. The freshman Aiden Childs finds Jack Velling wide open. Oregon State extends their lead.
UCLA in the red zone. Moore finds Logan Loya across the top. He runs his way in for the touchdown. Beavs turn to the second. DJ back in. Deshaun Fenwick gets the handoff, gets the down, but fumbles, and the Bruins pick it up. Can't convert, so it's a field goal, 36 yards. It's in.
And opposite side of the field, Atticus Sappington from 26 yards out extends the Beavers' lead. 48 seconds left in the first half. Moore trying to make something work In comes Ryan Cooper Jr. with the pick to the house. Pick 6 for Oregon State to end the first half.
Second half, Beavs on top and looking to keep it that way over the Bruins. 1st and 10. DJU faking the handoff, steps up in the pocket and launches it. Fine. Version no good.
Bruins turn now. TJ Harden right up the middle. UCLA gets their first touchdown of the second half, but the Beavers return the favor. DJ, pocket protection on point, downfield into the arms of Jack Velling, and he's got a few steps into the end zone. UCLA in the red zone, handoff to Carson Steele, up the gap into the end zone. The Beavers take this one with a final of 36-24. So next up for the Beavs, Arizona. The Wildcats defeated Washington State today. Last time these two teams played, Oregon State snagged the 56-38 victory. Arizona has played a tough conference schedule heading into next week.
Kickoff is still not announced.
Another Pac-12 After Dark intense game. Highlights from across the pack coming up on College Football Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Well, we just wanted to define our property. We got 1.25 acres and just wanted to make it stand out. Also, I think increases the value of our property a lot. Turned out great, very professional. It was outstanding quality and outstanding service.
I feel like we live in a park, and it would be the equivalent of having a Monet unframed. Once you put the fence up, you framed the picture. It couldn't be more beautiful. I wouldn't change a thing.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Join Clamoya Casino for the annular eclipse in October, one of the premier locations for viewing the Ring of Fire eclipse. Celebrate the annular eclipse with Earn 10 Points, Get $10 free play October 12th to 14th, and win up to $1,000 cash October 13th and 14th. And your eclipse weekend with winning up to $500 cash on October 15th. On select Fridays, go batty with up to $1,000 cash. Only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Is your old mattress keeping you up at night? Waking up tired? Hi, it's Rod. It's time to rediscover a cool, comfortable sleep with a new mattress from Medford Mattress. We have a huge selection of comfortable and affordable mattresses in our clearance liquidation center. While they last, save up to 70% on floor models, factory overstocks, one-of-a-kinds, and more. Come in and compare our prices. You'll be glad you did. Only at Medford Mattress, where quality is not costly.
Hi, I'm Paul with Western Auto and RV. How can I help you?
What kind of RVs do you have?
We have a nice selection of toy haulers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, couples coaches, and family-sized RVs.
Do you take trades?
We do, and we also do consignments.
You really took more goats in on trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Western Auto and RV. Selection, prices, consignment, and goats.
Dear road rivals, you may have 4 wheels, headlights, and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. You see, the Camry's been named best-selling car in America. But cheer up, wannabe twinsies. If you try harder, maybe you can catch up. Later, Toyota.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Before we get into the rest of the Pac-12 highlights, let's check out the Week 7 AP Top 25 poll released last Sunday.
7 Pac-12 teams sit steady in the top 25, and week after week, the Pac continues to remain as a dominant conference. Of course, right before the conference is dismantled.
Of course, but after today's game, we'll see how some of that moves around.
The biggest changes from week 6 to week 7, USC went down 1-10 after a triple overtime with unranked Arizona, and Washington State down 6 to number 19 after losing to UCLA.
After that, things stayed pretty steady. The Washington Huskies and Oregon Ducks kept their spots at number 7 and 8. That could change after Washington's win today, and Oregon State remains at 15 with their win over Cal, but we could see the Beavers go up or down with their win over UCLA. And now back to the highlights, starting off with Friday night's game. Stanford at Colorado. Get ready for this one.
Here we go. Colorado two-way Ironman Travis Hunter made his return after missing the last 3 games due to injury. First quarter, Buffalo's up 7-0. Shador Sanders passes to Hunter over the middle. He spins to lose a tackler, races to the corner, and he's in for the touchdown. Hunter back and ready to prove something. Buffs lead 14-0. Sanders with the pitch to Xavier Weaver on the reverse. Weaver with a light jog into the end zone for the touchdown. Buffalo's running away with this one, 29-0.
Heading into the third quarter now, Ashton Daniels passes to Alec Anamore over the middle. He cuts back to the sideline. One man to beat. He's gone, outrunning everyone for a 97-yard touchdown. Buffalo's still leading this one, 29-12. A little later now in the third, Daniels looks left, hits Amore downfield, again 13, takes off across the middle. It's open space in front of him. Add on a 60-yard touchdown run. Only a 10-point game now, 29-19, Colorado.
Colorado fans are stressed. Could it be happening? It could be. Still in the third. Pressure up the middle. Sanders trying to get out of trouble, scrambling. Mitch Legberg gets to him for the sack and a loss of 21. Sanders picks up a penalty for intentional grounding, leading to a Cardinal touchdown. 29-26 Colorado. Last quarter, Sanders connects with Hunter over the middle for the touchdown. He takes a hard hit. He just can't catch a break this season, but he adds on 6 for his team. 36-26 Colorado.
Stanford has to answer right back in the red zone. Daniels finds Bryce Farewell in the paint. The Cardinals are not going away. 36-33. Buffaloes hold Stanford to a field goal. Joshua Carty puts the 46-yarder through the uprights. We're tied at 36. End of regulation. Some free football. Sanders fires to pass to Javon Antonio as he rolls over the defender in for the touchdown.
But the Cardinals aren't done yet. Pressure coming fast. Daniels throws a pass down to the left sideline to his guy. A.O. Manor makes the catch off Hunter's helmet. Take another look at that play. Wow, and we're tied again at 43. Still going. Sanders under pressure, scrambling in the pocket. Can't find anyone open. Throws to the back of the end zone, but he's intercepted by Alakai Gilman. And the Cardinal capitalize. Joshua Carty puts the 31-yarder through the uprights to win the game.
Historic game, largest comeback win in Stanford history and largest blown lead in Colorado history. The final 46-43 Cardinal in double overtime.
Told you it was going to be a good one. Cal at number 16, Utah. Jaden Ott hitting up the sidelines and racing to the house, 48 yards. Cal on top first.
House call. Utes now knocking on the door. Jaquin Jackson gets the handoff and bounces off some guys to get in. We're now tied at 7. Clock's ticking on the first half. Patience. Then the keeper, Utah, takes their first lead of the day.
Into the third, Cole Becker from 23 yards out and right down the middle. 17-7 Utah. 3rd and 1 for the Utes. Vackie again, wide open gap rolling his way into the end zone.
So Cal will try to get back. Mendoza with the dart to Taj Davis. Few steps to the house. Cal cuts the lead. One more time for Utah. A quarterback or a running back? So long. Touchdown, Utes. Final 34-14, Utah Utes.
A dual threat.
Arizona Wildcats in Pullman taking on Wazoo. First quarter, Cam Ward hands it off to Nakia Watson. Watson stumbles in for the touchdown. Cougs go up first, 6-0. But that lead was short-lived. The Wildcats answer right back. Coleman delivers the go-ahead touchdown from 5 out.
10-6, Arizona leads in the second. Rayshon Speedy Luke gets the handoff right up the middle. He's gone. 40 yards later, touchdown. He's not called Speedy for nothing. Cats extend their lead 17-6. Arizona leads 23-6 back from half. Coleman rolls into the paint for his second of the night. The Wildcats extend to 30-6.
Start of the fourth, DJ Williams. Don't take your eyes off him or you'll miss him. Cougs won't even get a hand on him. See in red tonight, 37-6. Arizona extends. The final in Pullman, 44-6. Arizona. Down goes number 19.
You love to see it. Notre Dame Fighting Irish hosting the USC Trojans. First quarter, Sam Hartman drops and fires to Jabron Payne. A little behind him, but Payne makes the catch and scores the touchdown, 7-0. Second quarter, 10-3, Fighting Irish in heavy formation. Audric Estime pounds it up the middle for 6, 17-3. Fighting Irish extend.
Same player, looks like the same play, same outcome. Estime in for his second of the night, unstoppable on the ground. Third quarter, Caleb Williams pitches it out to Marshawn Lloyd. A burst of speed gets him to the house. And USC finally gets a touchdown on the board, 24-13.
Last quarter, 31-13, Notre Dame. USC O-line getting to work for their QB1. Williams with lots of time, scanning, then scrambling. He fires to Brendan Rice, who gets the ball over the line for the touchdown. but it wasn't enough to win. Notre Dame takes it 48-20, and down goes number 10.
Pac-12, let me tell you.
What's happening?
This season's crazy. Coming up, we'll take a look at some of those national games. Stay with us. You're watching College Game Night.
College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
The pros know where to get the best deals on flooring for your home. They'll tell you no frills flooring. Southern Oregon's factory direct leader for waterproof plank, laminate, hardwood, carpet, and tile from the brands you trust. Rethink budget-friendly flooring with Cortec and Shaw. Go to nofrillsflooring.com/deals. Isn't it time you saved like a contractor? No Frills Flooring. Warehouse selection and factory direct savings for pros and you too. Medford and Grants Pass.
Oh. Well, I guess no carpooling tomorrow. I guess not. What the? Need a ride? How'd you do this? I'll show you. But I have no credit.
That's the great thing about Soul Savers. They don't just look at your credit reports, they look at you as a person. That's why they can put you in a car for as low as $200 down.
Join us at Sam's Jewelers as we celebrate our 5-year anniversary. Belova and Seiko watches are 30% off. Alpina and Caravelle watches are an astonishing 40% off. All jewelry store-wide up to 50% off. Get your holiday shopping done early, all at unbeatable prices. Every in-store purchase qualifies you for a chance to win a free cruise. Come to Sam's Jewelers in the Rogue Valley Mall for the 5-year anniversary sale, now through December 24th.
Craftsmanship is all about the details. At the law firm of Black, Chapman, Peterson, and Stevens, we focus on the details of your case to ensure you receive the representation it deserves. With over 100 combined years of service advocating in the areas of personal injury, worker compensation, sexual abuse, elder abuse, and disability, call the law firm of Black, Chapman, Peterson, and Stevens. We stand up for the injured.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night, presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
We're in the midst of October and the heat of college football.
Some teams looking to remain undefeated, others struggling to get on their feet this season.
Really a time when good becomes great.
Yeah.
As for our first national matchup, Georgia was in Tennessee earlier this morning.
And you may not know, but Vanderbilt's football stadium is currently under construction on the end zones. So today's video board was literally held up by cranes.
Some are blaming that on why Georgia got a slow start.
Right. Never forget, they were down 7-0. Never forget. Number 1 Georgia in Nashville taking on Vandy in SEC showdown. Ken Seals back in the pocket for the Commodores. He completes it to London Humphreys, and he's got room, taking it the mile to the house. Vandy on top first. But the Bulldogs respond. Carson Beck, the push, he's in for the 1-yarder, tied at 7.
Second quarter, Kendall Milton right up the middle, pushing and shoving for the Georgia touchdown, 14-7 Dogs. Beck quick to the corner, Lovett with a snag, and Georgia extends their lead. They'll run it in for one more and final, 37-20 Georgia. Rainy day in the Big House, Indiana facing number 2 Michigan. Third down for Indiana in Michigan territory. Jackson throws intended for his guy in the end zone, but it's intercepted by Michigan's Rod Moore. He picks up a few for the Wolverines.
Trick play for the Hoosiers, out to wide receiver Donovan McCauley. He launches it, a dot, into the hands of Jalen Lucas. Indiana on top first, but Blake Corum to the rescue. This play pushes his career rushing yards to over 3,000.
Fourth and goal, Roman Wilson wide open in the back of the end zone, 14-7 7 Michigan. 51 seconds before the half, J.J. McCarthy avoiding the sack and channeling his inner Patty Mahomes pitches it forward to Donovan Edwards. He gets Michigan inches away. Blake Corum does the rest, bulldozing his way in. 21-7 Michigan.
McCarthy slips out of the pocket, tells Colson Loveland, "I got you," and he takes it up to the hash marks and to the house. Wolverines extend their lead after half. Morgan now with the snag, trying to find some room, and he'll go in. Ball goes out to Donovan Edwards, and this play right here, he gets the first touchdown of the season.
Michigan remains undefeated. Final 52-7 Michigan.
A beat down. Purdue fans fired up, ready to face the third-ranked Buckeyes in the first. No score. Kyle McCord finds Marvin Harrison Jr. in the end zone, but they go on to miss the extra point. So, Buckeyes backup QB comes in. Devin Brown keeps it to himself and takes it in 13-0 Ohio State.
Kyle McCord now back in, finds Cade Stover covered in the end zone, but he'll snag it 20-0. Third quarter, Stover gets the second touchdown of the day. Ohio State now on a 34-point run. But Purdue will finally get something on the board. Hudson Card to Deion Burks, their only touchdown of the game.
And Ohio State responds quickly. Brown to the freshman Brandon Innis. Final 41-7. Ohio State remains undefeated.
Game day in Titletown, Arkansas in the house of the Tide. Starting off 3rd and 15 in the first. Milroe to start for Bama. He takes his time and launches it downfield to Kobe Prentice. Prentice beats his man and takes it to the house. Bama up by 1 point now.
Bama knocking the tush push in for the 1-yard touchdown, using those legs to get a strong lead over the Hogs. 14-6 Bama. We head to the second quarter. Milroe downfield and right into the breadbasket of Amari Niblack. In the end zone, touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Arkansas on offense. KJ Jefferson quick out of his hands to Isaiah Sentag with the snag. Hogs again. Jefferson finds Rashad Dublin near the pylon. Arkansas applying the pressure in the fourth, but Bama hangs on for the win. Final 24-21, Alabama.
Thank the Lord. Big crowd in Knoxville today as the Vols welcome in the Aggies. Max Johnson taking the snaps for the Aggies. Can't find anything open, scrambling, and somehow dives for the pylon and scores the touchdown.
What a
wow. So the Vols answer back. Joe Milton rolls out, finds Jacob Warren for the short touchdown.
Aggies pinned on their own goal line. D. Williams back to catch around the 40, and he jukes his way all the way to the house. Special teams making special plays. I'll say it over and over again, work on those special teams. Milton looking for an open man, but instead he finds Aggies' Josh DeBerry in the end zone. He picks up a few yards, but they can't make anything happen, and from 50 yards out, it's no good. Vols get the ball back.
Tennessee takes a shot at it now. This time it's from 31 yards out and pushes the Vols to score 17-13. Last chance for A&M. Johnson has time, but just not enough. He hits, and the throw is picked off. Final 20-13, Tennessee. Raiders back at home today for homecoming. Nothing better than a Saturday at Raiders Stadium, and also nothing better than my favorite play coming courtesy of the Raiders from this week's 49-7 win. It was hard to pick just one play that stuck out, but I did my best. All year long, the coaches have been wanting to see their quarterbacks sling it, and today Blake Asciutto did just that. In the third, Asciutto gets the snap, play action, steps up in the pocket and unloads a deep ball to his wideout in the middle of the field. Sawyer Cleveland breaking ankles before he even has the ball in his hands. Cleveland with the catch and the walk-in, putting up SOU's final touchdown of the day.
Once again, another Pac-12 at dark game becoming an overtime showdown. This time, maybe a little unexpected, all depending on who you're asking. But as the Colorado Buffaloes went into the locker room at half up 29-0, they had no idea what was waiting for them on the field. In overtime, number 1, Stanford down 36-43. Daniels with the spiral down the left sideline to A.O. Manor, making his catch off of Travis Hunter's helmet and taking him along for the ride to the house. A.O. Manor, 264 yards on 13 catches and 3 touchdowns, most receiving yards in a game in Stanford history.
Welcome back to College Football Game Night. Presented by Quality Fence of Southern Oregon.
Time for one of our favorite parts of the show, another episode of The Huddle.
This week we sat down with SU's Avery McQuaig. Here's episode 7 of The Huddle.
welcome to another week of The Huddle. This week, we're back at Raider Stadium here at SOU.
And this week, we have a special guest, as always. This guy, a player, one of the best running backs on the team. Avery McQuaig, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm very blessed to be here.
Good, good. We're happy to have you.
Let's dive right in. Frontier Conference Offensive Player of the Week. You were named that this week. Talk to me about what that means.
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank the 5 guys up front. There's nothing that I would be able to do if it wasn't for them. So I'm just very grateful for them to block their butts off and help the team contribute to win the game.
Yeah, you had a huge game last Saturday. You have a huge game every time you step on the field, leading your team with 8 touchdowns this year. What is your mentality heading into each game to make sure that you perform to your best ability?
Well, it all starts with preparation, and it starts the day after a game. You're already heading to a new week. The game now becomes irrelevant, and now you got to reflect and be honest with yourself, what you need to improve on. You make mistakes every game, so it's best to limit those and learn from them.
Talk to me about your role, though, as a senior on this team. Has that changed within the season, or what do you kind of provide as a senior?
I don't necessarily see myself as, the biggest guy. I just like to lead by example, just get along with everyone, and that goes for everyone as well. We hold each other accountable, and it's not necessarily all about, speaking up. It's all about leading by example.
Every time Coach ends the huddle, he says, "I love you guys, I'm proud of you guys." What does that do for you as a player?
It just makes me just want to fight more for him, because I know he means that from deep down.
Yeah, especially seeing emotion from your coach.
Tears
after
up
that
a little
first
bit.
win,
Love
the
it.
tears, the ball, everything. It was emotional for you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What did it mean to get your first Frontier Conference on the road in Montana? You guys haven't been able to win on the road in Montana in a very long time. So that was huge. And now you're coming back home, all the momentum. What did that win feel like for you guys?
It certainly felt great. We didn't necessarily think of it as, hey, we haven't won a game in 5 years. This looks very difficult, or this is our chance. We just went in there as if it's another game, and I think we prepared very, very well.
All right, let's jump into some fun questions now to get to know you a little bit better. Your favorite food back home?
Back home, I will have to go with hard shell tacos.
Ooh, okay. Does your mom make like a special recipe, or just kind of your?
My grandmother does.
Oh, nice.
I go a little basic just from time consumption. I just buy the seasoning from the store, but my grandma, she does a whole bunch of things.
What is your pregame ritual? What is something you always have to do before a game?
It's really no different than practice. Obviously, I pray every day, and I just go out, bike, warm up, stretch. I might even just do a few jogs out here in the field just to keep the body warm. And I just, never get too high, never get too low, just always kind of in between.
Yeah, keep a level head.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a fun fact that people might not know about you.
I love driving.
Driving? Okay, like
Just
normal
like
driving? Or?
On the street?
Yeah, normal. I certainly would love to seek some type of professional racing event one day. Of course, I'm going to focus on football.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just love I love motorsports. I just love cars in general, and just the engineering that goes into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, how'd you get into that?
It started. I would have to go with the movie Fast and the Furious and the anime Initial D. Just all the passion that just goes into cars and handling them.
Do you have a football team outside of SOU, obviously, a college team, NFL team? Who do you root for?
My father, he was a Bama alumni, so yeah, we'll watch some games together.
What is your goal after college?
It's to graduate for one, and to work my way to possibly playing at the next level.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nah. If it wasn't football, what sport would you be playing?
Maybe basketball, maybe rugby.
Rugby. Nice.
Maybe track too, but I'm a lot more solid than my dad, so I'm a lot heavier.
Being this your last homecoming game, how are you looking to perform and step out with the win?
Treat every day as it's my last opportunity.
Do you want to say like a Scoters or give like your best Go Raiders?
Go Raiders!
The energy on that shot was
too
crazy.
good.
We were
And-
clapping in the background,
Yes,
that's for sure.
And it was perfect for today's game.
Yeah,
So
it was perfect. He balled out today, that's for sure.
He did, as always. That wraps it up for week 7 of the football season. For the latest news, weather, and sports, head to our website, ktrv.com.
Our next newscast is tonight at 11. We'll see you then.